Two big names, two big balls. Speed, feel, sound. It's time to go head to head. I got no spin at all. Just pretend like I didn't chunk that. Good stuff. Right, everyone, welcome back to the Golf Magic YouTube channel. Today we are on the second hole at the wonderful Chart Hills Golf Club in the southeast of England. And we're going to compare two big boys today. TaylorMade TP5 against the brand new Callaway Chrome Tour. Now, Callaway used to have the Chrome Soft. They've changed the name to be a bit more Tour ready. Today I've got the TP5X, which is the lower spinning model, against the Callaway Chrome Tour. Again, the lower spinning model in that category. The other models are the TP5, slightly higher spinning, and the Chrome Tour X, slightly higher spinning and supposed to be slightly faster. Speed. Something we've talked about a lot with golf balls over the last few months. Bifurcation is happening in the next, 3 years or so. I'm not particularly a fan because it's going to ruin my life, but it seems that these golf balls are primed for speed, durability, and feel. Myself and Willie Woods behind the camera, we flew out to various places in the United States, and both Callaway and TaylorMade said these balls are fast. Not just a little bit faster, but a good 1 to 2 mile an hour faster. Now, this number is not set in stone, and I actually didn't test it fully out there because I was just in a car accident. But we're going to compare these balls today here at Chart Hills and also over at Custom Golf Works, put them to the test on the GC Quad and see what's faster, what's better for you, which ball takes the crown. Now, the TaylorMade TP5X Pix, which I have in my hand here, has got a slightly different symbol. You can see beforehand it was more of a triangle. This is now more of a, I want to say a rectangle, more of an octave. Is that the right word? Yeah, I think so. Anyway, that is supposed to be a little bit better for your alignment overall. I personally really like it. It's slightly larger and it could help me negate those 3 putts. I don't think it will, but you never know. Now, for a sound test, for the Callaway Chrome Tour, which we'll just do now, and then the TaylorMade TP5X, exactly the same. But the one thing is the Callaway is here, feels slightly softer. Now, we're going to find out. We're doing some chips later on in this video. Stay tuned for that because that's going to be very fun. But this used to be called the Callaway Chrome Soft, so I'm not too surprised that it feels slightly softer off the face from just this little bit of testing here. Really important though is how much better is this ball in terms of speed on a GC Quad. We're going to take these two golf balls down to Custom Golf Works, put them through its paces on 100 yards, 200 yards, and 325 yards. Which ball's better? Which ball's faster? Which ball's more durable? Let's find out. Right, here we are at Golfing Haven, Custom Golf Works, to find out all about these two golf balls with a GC Quad. I'm going to hit these from 100 yards, then 200 yards, and 325 yards. So that is a lob wedge, a 6-iron, and then the big stick, the driver. The main things I'm going to look at here is feel, sound, and then launch angle, spin, distance. You know, the things that are most important to see the differences between these two golf balls. I've got the data here. We're going to go piece by piece from 100 to a 200, then 325. First up, 100 yards. Now I'm using the TP5X, as I said already, the lowest spinning ball, and the Callaway Chrome Tour, the lowest spinning version. Now, the ball speed isn't important here, equidistance, same with carry. But what I will look at here is the spin. There's actually a little bit of deviation here. You can see that the TaylorMade has about 9,400 spin, whereas the Callaway has 9,800 spin. This was over a vast array of shots. So I thought initially that can't be right. That's actually quite a big deviation in spin, but the Callaway does spin more. TaylorMade spins slightly less, but launches slightly higher. So that's why you're going to see the exact same characteristics in terms of that total carry and then total overall. For feel, this is quite important from 100 yards and in. I actually found that the TaylorMade was a little bit firmer in feel, whereas the Callaway Chrome Tour, it's a little bit softer overall, softer across the face. That is the same when you go from 100 yards to 50 yards to 20 yards. Around the greens, it just feels a little bit softer, whereas the TP5X feels a little bit clickier. Very similar to a Titleist Pro V1. What's your preference? Let me know down in the comments. We move on to 200 yards now, and this is where some things change. Now, if I direct you to the numbers here, they are pretty much exactly the same. But the TaylorMade, again, 1.5 mile an hour ball speed faster. And now I hit these exactly the same. Launch is slightly higher as well with slightly higher spin. So you can see with again, the carry in total, exactly the same. Well, 1 yard difference there, 195, 205, 195, 206, with barely any deviation in that carry and total overall. This looks like that the TP5X, slightly faster,
slightly higher launching, slightly higher spinning, which then gives actually the same results to the Callaway Chrome Tour. Feel-wise between these two balls, it actually switches over a little bit. Now I felt like the TaylorMade TP5x feels a little bit softer than before from 100 yards. So feel-wise, I really couldn't separate these too much. Maybe just about this one's a little bit softer, but again, we're talking swings and roundabouts here. There's not too big of a difference. Finally, we go on to probably the most important one for all you lovely viewers, the driver. 325 yards. I was using my Ping G430 LST and hit a selection of shots. Now you can see by the data here, very similar in dispersion and just numbers, but TaylorMade 0.4 mile an hour faster. Deviation wise, very similar as well, 175 to 175.4. I'll be honest with you, we've done some testing before. I've done some testing with TaylorMade, with Callaway. It swings and roundabouts here for this numbers. I could say, yeah, TaylorMade's faster by half a mile. I'm not a robot. I was consistently getting 1.46 to 1.47 smash factor, but when you're doing in-person testing, it's difficult to say what's faster and what's not. However, there is a difference in spin. Callaway is actually spinning slightly more on the faster shots to 325 yards with the driver. You can see here, 2,900. TaylorMade, yes, 2,700 with a deviation variance of 307, but you can see again, we're not seeing any big differences in that carry in total. I mean, to be fair, maybe we are, because it's 320 to 313 yards, because the TaylorMade is slightly faster. Same launch, slightly lower spin, which goes to 320 yards, whereas the Callaway at 325 yards, 175 mile an hour ball speed, 2,900 spin, which is 200 RPMs higher, which then goes to 313 yards. So, a lot of data to take in here. I urge you guys to go and watch this section again, because there is so many numbers that I've just vomited all over the page. It's a lot to take in. But what I will say, if we summarize, is the TaylorMade faster? Is the Callaway faster? No. From those long shots, I don't think you're going to see anything in terms of ball speed. They're very, very similar to each other. The spin rate is, I think, a little bit more important for the drives. I was noticing that the Callaway spins a little bit more for the Chrome Tour. They do have the Chrome Tour X, which spins a little bit faster. The Chrome Tour X is also said to actually be a bit faster in ball speed, but we'll save that for a separate video. So yes, Callaway, slightly higher spin in the drives, which might lead to slightly lower distance, but it depends how much you spin the golf ball itself. For 6-iron, wedges, things like that, I would say that I would actually prefer the Callaway overall, just because I like slightly higher spin on those lob wedge shots. But feel-wise, again, if you prefer a softer golf ball on those shots, well, I'd probably go to the Chrome Tour. TaylorMade feels a little bit clickier, but you could argue that the numbers are very, very similar. Maybe even TaylorMade a little bit better. God, that's a lot to take in. So, we're going to swing right back to Chart Hills Golf Club, and we're going to test out the feel of these golf balls from like 50 yards and in. See how it responds on the green with that check. See the feel, see the sound. See which golf ball I'm putting in my bag. Back we go. Right, we are now back at Chart Hills Golf Club, and we're about 50 yards away on the second hole, and I'm going to test these two wonderful golf balls out. Got Willie Woods just over there on the green. Say hello. Good lad. And we're just going to see the softness of these two golf balls. I will talk about durability just at the end of this video. Stay tuned for that. But we're going to go alternating. We're going to go TaylorMade, Callaway, and I'm just going to see what the difference is overall in that feel and spin too. May I get too much spin? We'll see. I'm also rubbish at short game. I got no spin at all. Well, that was really nice. So that was the TaylorMade there. And I'll tell you what, that actually felt quite firm. Something that I wouldn't say the Callaway can do. I think there's quite a distinctive difference from this video. The data was obviously very similar, but I just think around the greens and off the putter face, the Callaway Chrome Tour feels just a little bit softer. One sec, let me clean this wonderful club. Just pretend like I didn't chunk that. Good stuff. Back to TaylorMade now. I don't know if you can hear just that, but it just feels a little bit firmer than TaylorMade off these chip shots. See what I mean? Just that slight like little, very firm, quite Pro V1-ish, I would say. Pro V1X maybe. It's a shame that I'm not getting any spin. Perhaps doing this in winter, downwind by about 20 miles an hour isn't ideal. Always repair your pitch marks. But you can get the idea of overall that feel, because I think they're going to spin around the same. Doink. Just a little bit duller. They got a little bit of spin on it to the second bounce. But overall, from these little shots from 50 yards and in, what I can see is pick up all of these. And what I think Willie Woods can see as well, right? Callaway spins a little bit more.
Ish, yeah. I mean, to be honest, guys, take this with a pinch of salt for this bit, but because the main thing I will say is that Callaway's slightly softer, TaylorMade feels a little bit more firm, similar sort of results. I'll hit 2 more. Willie, I would like 2 balls. Just 1 of each, please. Well, yeah, 1 more of each. Now, come on, baby. Let's go for some spin. Doink. Doink. That was quite nice. But you can still, I think you guys can probably hear it as well on these shots. Just feel a bit more of a, rather than like a duller sound. I got a bit more spin. It wasn't the best shot in the world. But let's go collect those balls now. I'm talking about the durability and what ball I think is the best. But I'll be honest with you, there's really not much in it. So, which golf ball is the winner? Which golf ball am I going to game? So, I don't think there's a winner here. Golf balls are so subjective, and you can see by the data at Custom Golf Works on the GC Quad that they're pretty similar to each other. It's down to what you want. So, here's a download. With Callaway, I think it's better around the greens from 100 yards and in. It was a little bit softer. If you like that feel around the greens a little bit softer, Callaway is the one to go for, which is really important. 100 yards and in is the most important part of your game. So that's a big thing. However, TaylorMade, I think from 100 yards and out and durability, I feel like is a little bit better. I think it's slightly faster by maybe 0.2 or 0.3 mile an hour, slightly lower spin, does go a little bit further. And overall, that slightly firmer feel from a 6-iron, from a driver, for me, is preferred. Durability-wise, with the Pix finish, I think it does supersede Callaway, even Callaway with its triple track too. I've noticed that this doesn't wear over time, whereas Callaway, after a few rounds, testing at La Hacienda, also here at Chart Hills, after about a round of golf, maybe 2, I would not want to play this golf ball in tournament play. I'd want to change it. TaylorMade lasts about 2 rounds. So durability-wise, there's a little bit of difference. So, what's more important to you? Let me know down in the comments what ball you use, what ball's better, and if you want to compare these 2 balls to any others, I know you're going to be thinking Titleist Pro V1. You can do that soon with the Best Golf Balls Guide of 2024. To the next video, guys. I'll catch you later.